Green Screens Media back at it again with your BSN timeout. And today, putting some teams on upset alert. With me, as always, the captain of our ship at Green Screens Media, Mr. Mike Holland. Mike, let's take a look at the upcoming college basketball schedule and let's find some upsets.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start with Saturday, New Year's Eve. An undefeated Yukon Huskies squad, potential first loss on the road here against the Xavier Musketeers. Coach Dan Hurley and the Huskies might be the top all-around team in the country. They've reeled off wins against Oregon, Alabama, Iowa State, and Florida, among others. This roster is absolutely loaded, headlined by big man Adama Sanogo, but it's been the play of wings Jordan Hawkins and Andre Jackson that have really raised their ceiling. We know the Big East is going to be a grind, and this Xavier team has one of the top starting fives in the entire country. You know, they've had chances to knock off teams like Indiana, Duke, and Gonzaga, but haven't been able to get over the hump, losing by a combined 13 points in those games. They're headlined by a front court of Zach Freemantle and Jack Nunchi, who pose major threats. Head coach Sean Miller's done an excellent job in year one of his return stint. The Cintas Center should be ready to rock and roll. This has the makings of a Big East upset.
That Xavier front court is a problem. I'm going to stay with Saturday here. I'm going to talk about St. Mary's. They're heading to Santa Clara. These Gales and head coach Randy Bennett are really right up there with Gonzaga as the class of the WCC. And this year is no different. That is thanks in large part to the play of guys like Mitchell Saxon and Logan Johnson, getting it done in a lot of different ways, especially on the defensive end. They're currently ranked inside the top 10 in defensive efficiency in the country this year, but they're going to have their work cut out for them. They're traveling. They're on the road to Santa Clara, where they're going to take on Herb Sendek and the Broncos. This is the Broncos team that added Illinois transfer Brandon Pajimski over the course of the offseason. He's played really well for them, 18-9-3 so far this year. He and fifth-year forward Keyshawn Justice have created a really nice 1-2 punch for these Broncos. I think Santa Clara can give the Gales really all they can handle. I like them to steal one on New Year's Eve.
Hey, I like that call. But let's flip the calendar to 2023, Sunday, January 1st. Georgetown gets right at home against the visiting Butler Bulldogs. Head coach Thad Matta has really brought back a fighting spirit to this Butler program. It's been centered around NC State transfer big man Manny Bates and a slew of returning guards. You know, Butler's shown the ability to play with some of the top teams in the country. This could be a trap, though, as they stroll into D.C. to take on a struggling Patrick Ewing Hoyas squad. We know home court advantage is everything in college basketball. The Hoyas will look to turn their fortunes around in the Big East. It starts with guards Primo Spears and Brandon Murray. They've shown nice individual play, but the team has struggled on the defensive end. If they can get some stops, this has the makings of an upset.
Ringing the new year with an upset. That will do it for your BSN timeout. Make sure you stay locked here on the Better Sports Network. And check out Green Screens Media on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube so you don't miss a minute of our college basketball coverage.